one by one up the chimbley. The Grinch actually kind of looks kind of cute in this picture. Because he has big, Grinchy eyes. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. You did what? Yeah, a chimbley. That's not a real thing. I don't know about that. Then he slunk to the icebox. He took the Who's feast. He took the Who pudding. He took the roast feast. He cleans out that icebox as quick as a flash. Why, that Grinch even took their last can of Who hash. Who hash? It's a question. Then he stuffed all the food up the chimney with glee. And now, grinned the Grinch, I will stuff up the tree. It's a really sad looking tree. And the Grinch grabbed the tree, and he started to shove when he heard the small sound like the coo of a dove. He turned around fast, and he saw a small Who, little Cindy Lou who was not more than 2. The Grinch had been caught by this tiny Who daughter, who got out of bed for a cup of cold water. She stared at the Grinch and said, "Santa Claus, why are you taking our Christmas tree? Why?" Why, Santa Claus? Yeah, she's a tiny little thing. She's this little pink thing on this page. The only thing with her. She's no more than 2. Think of how tall you were when you were 2. Not tall at all. That's the answer. Bless you. Oh, there's a stand right here. Thank you. But you know that old Grinch was so smart and so slick. He thought up a lie, and he thought it up quick. "My sweet little tot," the fake Santa Claus lied. "There's a light on this tree that won't light on one side. I'm taking it home to my workshop, my dear. I'll fix it up there, then I'll bring it back here." And this fib fooled the child. Then he patted her head, and he got her a drink, and he sent her to bed. And when Cindy Lou Who went to bed with her cup, he went to the chimney and stuffed the tree up. She really is a small thing. She should eat more vegetables. Then the last thing he took was the log for their fire. Then he went up the chimney himself, the old liar. On their walls he left nothing but hooks and some wire. And the one speck of food that he left in the house was a crumb that was even too small for a mouse. If you look closely down here, there's a small Who mouse. And it looks so surprised to see a very small crumb. It's shocked. Merry Christmas, Who mouse. Do you see the Who mouse? Okay, I will speed it. Okay. Then he did the same thing to the other Who's mouses, leaving crumbs much too small for the other two mouses. It was 15:15 dawn, all the Who's still abed, all the Who's still a snooze. Then he packed up his sled with their presents, the ribbons, the wrappings, the tinsel, the trimmings, the trappings. I still to this day do not know what a trapping is. Pretty red Christmas stuff. "3,000 feet up the side of Mount Crumpet, with his load to the tip-top to dump it. Oh, ooh, pooh, to the Who's." He was Grinchishly humming. "They're finding out now that no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up. I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a minute or two. Then the Who's down in Whoville will cry, boo-hoo. That's a noise," the Grinch grinned, "that I simply must hear." So he paused, and the Grinch put his hand to his ear, and he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, and then it started to grow. There's the Grinch listening to whatever growing out of Whoville, which is definitely not Cindy Lou Who. She's not growing. But the sound wasn't sad. Why, this sound sounded merry. It couldn't be so, but it was merry, very. He stared down at Whoville. The Grinch popped his eyes. Then he shook. He saw a shocking surprise. The Grinch is shocked. Wow. I wonder what he's looking at. We'll find out on the next page. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or other, it came just the same. Now they're singing, but it's all red, because it's noisy. And the Grinch, with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling. How could it be so? It came without ribbons, it came without tags, it came without packages, boxes, or bags. And he puzzled 3 hours till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas perhaps means a little bit more. And what happened then? Well, in Whoville, they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. And the minute his heart didn't feel quite so tight, he whizzed with his load through the bright morning light. And he brought back the toys and the food for the feast. And there he is. The Grinch was Santa Claus all along. Spoiler alert. Just like that scary the Christmas movie, Krampus. He himself, the Grinch, carved the roast beast. The end.